Hi guys, we are going to be looking at some methods for factoring coming up where we're not just going to factor out the greatest common factor. We're going to be looking to factor a trinomial. So we have a special method that we use for that. We call it diamond and box. But to start with today, we're going to be working on just the diamond. It's really an X, but because I'm too lazy to make a diamond around it. So what we're going to be looking for, we're going to be trying to find these two numbers in the middle. And the way we find them is the numbers, they have to multiply to make the top value, and they have to add to make the bottom value. So for example, I don't know if you can hear my son out in the hallway. He's being a little crazy. So like if I was to say, let's say just doing an easy one, they multiply to make 10 and they add to make 7. So we have to think, what could multiply to make 10? Well, 5 times 2 could make 10 and 5 plus 2 could make 7. So that means, and really that's, I mean, 10 and 1 is the only other possibility. So 5 and 2 would be our missing numbers, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Just what multiplies to make the top number, and those same values have to add to make the bottom number. So just to kind of do a few more examples here, let's do some more easy ones. Has to multiply to make 12, and then has to add to make 8. Okay, so now we have some more possibilities because 12 could be 3 times 4, it could be 6 times 2, or it could be 12 times 1. So of these, which would we use to be able to get 8? Well, the only way we could get 8 is if we did 6 plus 2. Oh, my son is a little crazy today. So that would be the only possibilities that would give us the multiplies to make 12 and adds to make 8. So it's got to be able to do both. So while 3 times 4 does make 12, 3 plus 4 does not make 8. So we're just trying to fill in these missing numbers. Let's try one more. Let's make this a little more difficult. What if we said multiplies to make a negative, let's go with negative 20, and adds to make, let's see here, how about adds to make negative 8. Okay, so just coming up with some numbers off the top of my head. So 20, we could say, well, 5 times 4, one of which being negative. The bigger number would have to be negative because we're adding to make a negative number. So 5 times 4 would be 20, but is negative 5 plus 4 going to make negative 8? No, positive 5 plus 4 isn't going to make 8, so that's not going to work. So then what else could we use? Well, we could also do 10 and 2. And we would need a number to be negative. Bigger number would need to be negative. Does negative 10 times 2 make negative 20? Yes. Does negative 10 plus 2 make negative 8? And yes, in fact, it does. So that would be our solution there. So you kind of have to go through your possibilities of diamond and try to figure out what would work to solve this puzzle. And there's only one set of numbers that's going to work for every single one of these puzzles. They could be positive numbers, they could be negative numbers. It's really just a matter of kind of working through your multiplication properties and addition properties to kind of come up with what makes the puzzle work.